Escapism is important, and it's the cornerstone of so much of our entertainment. It's pretty much the lifeblood of the shonen genre, allowing us to imagine ourselves as being powerful enough and unique enough to overcome any problem that may otherwise drag us down. This idea that if only you could go Super Saiyan, or possess a strong quirk, or awaken to a stand, regular life's hardships would melt away and be replaced by problems specifically designed to be surpassed by the particular fantasy element that makes you special in the first place. Who cares about bills and homework? You pilot a Gundam, and all your new problems can be fixed by making a Gundam punch them. But as fun as all that is, it remains different enough from your real life to always be this unattainable, fantastical dream that, while it gives you comfort, couldn't be further removed from your reality. That's why I gravitate towards another sort of escapism that hits closer to home. Slice of life may in fact be the strongest example of wish fulfillment in anime, because it takes place in a setting that you yourself have at one point inhabited and speaks directly to your own real experiences, only this time acting as an outlet for the part of you that's always wondered what might have happened if things had been a little bit different. Real Life tackles this directly by following a character pushing 30 who's failed to meet the expectations of society and just wishes he could go back to being a kid and do it all again with the knowledge he has now. A thought that everyone has had at some point or another, only he gets to do it. And following him on that journey is extremely cathartic, as it not only lets us indulge in that fantasy we've had for so long, but also explore aspects of it that we may never have thought about before. It takes the fantasy and brings it down to earth, giving us a more well-rounded perspective on where we actually are in our lives. Because sometimes all a story has to do is remind you of the things that seemed like the end of the world when you were younger. Whenever I go back and rewatch Watamote, I always get a little anxious because there are things Tomoko goes through that I also struggled with, and in some cases still do. But I also find myself wishing I could console her and tell her that some of these problems will pass just as soon as you get out of high school, because that's the kind of thing I wish someone else had told me. I see myself in Tomoko, I relate to her through our shared experiences, and that forces me to confront how much better my life has become since high school. Because escapism doesn't have to mean escaping into a world of pure fantasy to get away from the burdens of reality. It can also mean escaping your own personal baggage by gaining a new perspective on your life. Don't get me wrong, sometimes you need to imagine what it'd be like to power up and shoot a Kamehameha. But other times, you can get far more out of imagining a world like the one found in Flying Witch, where everything is peaceful and everyone is just nice to each other with no ulterior motives. Because a slightly different version of the real world, one that we could conceivably make for ourselves, is the best kind of fantasy, because it's a fantasy that's within our reach. And our desire to escape there is a sign of our willingness to make our own lives and the world we live in something better that we hopefully won't want to escape from anymore. So what's your opinion on slice of life? And what do you use as your escape? Tell me about it in the comments below. Thank you as always for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.